In our last segment, we were showing you this Quijada de burro. This is a traditional instrument from Peru made from, well, you guessed it, jawbone of a donkey. But if we're making a craft version, I don't think anybody has a jawbone hanging around. I just don't think that would happen. So to make a craft version, I think we have to think outside of the box or the bones or the egg carton. Ha! So I love to make crafts with things you have around the house. So you don't have to worry about, oh, well, do I need this special thing or do I need that? These are all items you're gonna find around your house. But let me show you first what my craft versions look like. Okay, in one hand, I have little monster rattle. In the other hand, I have the actual Quijada. So I have one guy here. I have a second one here. And I've got a third one made from, you see the regular egg carton. These are those clear plastic egg cartons. And now, to play this, I was doing it the traditional way, using my fist going, pretty cool, right? If you don't have this and you've got the craft ones, you can take your craft one over here and do the same thing. Take your fist and you go. Now, each one of these, I've kind of looked at the 12 little spots over there, and I decided I was going to fill them with different things so it would be like the teeth rattling in that Quijada jawbone. On this one, I just want to show you that I decided the item I had 12 of were bottle caps. The next one I have here, this lovely yellow one, I decided that I definitely had lots of buttons. So check out the sound on this. Pretty cool. Now, if you were wondering about, can you do it out of the kind of traditional cardboardish egg cart? Of course you can. So on this one, let me just show you. I decided to use as many wooden beads as I can find. And that's kind of part of the fun. Finding items so you have one in each of the little carton spaces, just like there was one tooth in every tooth space over there. So we close it up. What do you think? Same sound or different sound? Let's listen. Ah, an escaping bead. Well, I'm going to tell you about taping these up later. But same sounds or different sounds? Let's just check. And the last one with the wooden beads. They all sound different, guys. So it's kind of fun. Now I'm going to take you through the supplies and the materials and all these little tips. Like when you're using this, we're going to tape it up real well, just so the little bits and pieces don't fall out. But I will tell you, if you happen to have these plastic egg cartons, they work really well because they're totally sealed. So as you play them, you're never worrying about losing the bits and pieces. You can play them, crazy. You can dance around with them. You can do all kinds of things, but you'll never lose the bits and pieces. But if you don't, you've also gotten that one. We'll figure it all out right here. So here are the supplies you need to make your egg carton Quijada, your monster rattle. Take a look at that. The first part of making your rattle is deciding what you want it to sound like. Now you see I have here some things that would be kind of soft. This is a very tiny pasta. That would make a really nice quiet rattle. If you want to get a little bit louder, you have buttons. Then you want to get louder. There are also wooden beads or glass beads. But the fun thing is to look around your house. Maybe you have pasta. Maybe you have pennies. Maybe you have bottle caps. Maybe you have plastic bottle caps. Every single one of them will make a different sounding Quijada. And then you just simply add it to your plastic egg box or your cardboard egg box. And we'll tell you later, just take a look at this. See, there are some holes in this. So the one thing about your cardboard egg box is after we finish making it beautiful, what we're going to do then is seal it all up so things can't fall out of those little holes in there. The nice thing, if you can get these plastic egg cartons, they're great because they seal up perfectly and there are no little parts. The second part to it is, of course, making it beautiful, making it kind of unusual, you know, kind of giving it its own personality. So how do you do that part? Well, I'm going to suggest that you start with a template, and you can get those free on my website or at my Teachers Pay Teachers site. So here's a couple too. You saw my funny monster faces, right? Well, here's some Day of the Dead skulls, and there's actually some other monster faces that you don't see here. But maybe you'll see them at the end of the video so you can see what interesting things you could add. Now, if you don't like that, or if you want to get super creative, these are exactly the right size for your egg carton when they're cut out. So if you decide you want to get a little more creative, cut out the template and then create your own monster to put on there, and it will work perfectly. Also, guys, for the Day of the Dead, this is a ton of fun. So you either get your colorful one or you get your plain one. You can use your markers. We've got some colored pencils here. You can get as creative as you like. You could add glitter, you could add glue. When you're done, it's really simple. With the egg carton that's cardboard, you're just going to tape it on top, then seal the whole thing with your handy dandy packing tape. With the plastic one, well, it actually isn't more complicated. You just go in on this side and you take your cutout and you put it right into that space. Now, if this were cut out perfectly, you would see that it turns into the exact size for your egg carton Quijada. It's a lot of fun. This one seals right up, and you can use a little piece of tape next to it just to keep it sealed. But after that, you're ready to rock and roll. You're ready to use your fist on the side to shake it, or dance up and down, move it backwards and forwards, rattle it around. This is totally a do-it-yourself instrument. You can add your own creativity. So explore, have fun, and it doesn't matter if you don't have the real thing. You have a really great substitute, all out of recycled materials. Happy music making.